Hi everyone, my name's Justin. Welcome to this video on how to make buttons in Canvas using HTML. I've seen a lot of instances where when I've searched online or I've been in trainings and they talk about how to create buttons, the guide I always see is using Google Drawings, and I've got an instance of that. Here I've used individual Google Drawings to create each of these buttons. This works wonderfully in an instance like this. This page is static, it doesn't change, it's very clear. The buttons are custom with little images. Again, this works fantastic. But on a day-to-day basis, this can become cumbersome. It can be hard for people to manage. So the purpose of my video today is to show you a fast way to use a little bit of coding to create buttons that work. So let me show you an example. On this page here, I've embedded a presentation. It's a Google Slides, and for a student sitting in class, they can sit and follow along with me. They can click through each of the slides. This works great. As a presenter, I prefer it to be something a little bit bigger. The problem is if I were to do this here to present, I'm now full screen. What you can't see in this screencast, but I lose access to my tabs, and I like a little bit more flexibility. So I've added a button. This button here is blue. You notice the text is underlined when I put my mouse over it, and when I click it, it opens a new tab. All right. Now I have access to my presentation, which is great. Here's how you do it, and it's simple, I promise. So I'm in my page editor. I'm in the rich context editor, so I have all of my tools for my text. And I'm going to type, "This is a button." I do not want to put the long HTML in there. If I were to put the HTML in there, for example, and you're going to see that. That can be hard to manage. It's not good on the eyes. It could be hard to get people on track, especially if you have multiple links in there. So I don't do this. I prefer typing in exactly what I want the text to say. So I've got my text in. I'm going to highlight that text, and I'm going to insert my URL. So I paste in my URL and insert my link. You'll notice that the text changes. It's now blue. When I save the page and I look at the page, how it would look if it was published, you see this is a button with the text. Notice the action when I click. When I click, it's going to go to a new page, which is what I want. But I want to make it more clear. I want to make it more defined. So I'm going to go back into my page editor, and this time I'm going to click on HTML editor. So here's my code. If you notice right here, my HTML code is saying this is a button. That is the text that I typed in. That goes right there. If you notice next to this, this is my actual URL to the presentation. All right? To create a simple button such as this one, this blue one here, all I have to do is go right after the A and type in the words class equals quotation BTN. All right? That's all you have to add. Class equals BTN inside the quotations. When I save my page, I now have a button. All right? Yes, it's a gray button. It's very simple. It works. But that's how it works. Literally, when I go into the HTML editor of that page, so I open the page back up, go to the HTML editor, I am adding class equals BTN. All right? Now, let's say I want to get a little fancy. I want some color to it. I can type in BTN-primary. That tells it what color. So primary is blue. The word success instead of primary will give you green. You have warning, you have danger. Those are all different colors. I can even go rainbow and get this crazy button. All right? So again, all I did was enter my text, I highlight it, I link it, and then I go change the HTML. Now, I've got a faster way, and this is what I use for everything. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with Google Keep, but Google Keep is how I keep myself organized. I've got myself a note literally called button code. and I put a picture on it so I know when I'm looking for my button code, I just go grab this. If you look carefully, I've actually saved my button code right here. All right. So I'm going to copy this in. I'm going to go back to my page in my HTML editor, and I'm going to paste it in. All right. This is my template code. This is what I use for putting all my buttons on all my pages where it's just I want a blue button. All right. What you do is you double click right here and put in all the X's in the text. That is a marker for me. Hey, go change this. So I'm going to say this is a new button. So that's what my text displays. And then I'm going to go grab my URL, and I'm going to double click on link. Notice my quotations are already there. There you go. Some other features of this template that I've got is I've put in my class equals as a primary button, meaning blue. And I've also added some code so that it opens in a new window automatically. That way the students are not navigating away from the page that I want. When I save and publish, there's my button. And that's the trick I use for every one of them. So what I've done is I've put this code here so you can see it. I'll also post it as a part of the description. Feel free to use it. I hope this makes your life easier for making buttons much faster every day. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.